Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel, the Jerome Strickland channel. We're glad to have you back tonight, today or this afternoon. Glad to feel your spirit in the place. Thank you for coming back to this channel. We hope to have some real metaphysical lessons for you tonight. To teach you, to show you, and to guide you in this matrix game we call life. Get ready, put your seatbelts on, sit back, and get ready for the ride. Today, we're going to touch on a few things, but I want to start out by saying a subject: doing what you want to do versus doing what you have to do. I said doing what you want to do versus doing what you have to do. You know, sometimes in life we find ourselves doing what we have to do more than doing what we want to do. You see, there are so many things that we want to do. There are so many things that we would like to do. There are so many things that line up with our path. There are so many things that are in line with our path. But doesn't it seem like the things that we have to do seem to get in the way of the things that we want to do? We got jobs, we got responsibilities, we have bills to pay, and quite frankly, we feel trapped by the things we have to do. And because we feel so trapped by the things we have to do, we can't do the things that we want to do. I'm not talking about pleasurable things. I'm talking about doing what you was called to do. Doing what you was put on this earth to do. You all know. Some of you already know what you was put on this earth to do. But for some reason, there has been a line drawn in the sand. And for whatever reason, for some reason, you can't seem to cross it. How do I get past that line? How do I get over that line from doing what I want to do, from what I have to do doing what I want to do? Well, this is it. You got to take the first step. What I have learned from watching other people, watching myself, It's something about that first step. People who take the first step, things just seem to open up for them. And isn't it funny how that first step is always the scariest? Isn't it funny how that first step is always the hardest? It's like stepping off a cliff. It's like going out on a flimsy limb. We don't know if we're going to be able to survive. So we are afraid to take that first step. We are afraid to make that first move because we are caught up in what we have to do, and we know we are not on our path. We know we are not on our life journey. We know we are not doing what we are supposed to do. We're going to jobs, we're going to office buildings, we're going to factories. And you know that was not your life purpose. You know that was not your life calling. But you're doing what you have to do. Many of you have bills. Many of you have responsibilities. Many of you have debt. But the key is, if you want to do what you want to do, what you've been called to do, serve out your life purpose, as scary as it may seem, as hard as it may be, you gotta make that first step. You gotta make that first step. It's very hard to make that first step. We're talking about doing what you have to do versus doing what you want to do. I say here today, I'm here to encourage you. I am here to motivate you. Take the step. I said, unless you want to have a life full of regrets, unless you want to get to the end of your life and regret that you didn't take that step, you must take the first step. Or else you're going to regret it. Somebody say, what if I fail? I'll be so embarrassed. What if I fail? I'll be under a mountain of debt. What if I fail? I can lose everything I have. It's the what if I fail question that's holding you back. It's the what if I fail question. You see, you must remove this statement from your mind, from your vocabulary, from your way of thinking. The what if I fail mindset has held so many people back. Stop thinking about, what if I fail? What if I fall? Now, you can play it safe. You can stay on that job you're at, in that office building or in that factory that you hate and you know that's not in line with your path. And play it safe for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Retire. Get your little pension. Settle down into your home. And sit around and look out the window and think about what might have been. But you're going to be miserable because you're going to be full of regret. The key to getting on your path and doing what you want to do, what you've been called to do, is take the first step. If you notice, the matrix, the reality, is not going to take the first step for you. No one, not your husband, not your wife, not your children, not your boss, not your mother, not your father. It's up to you. It's up to you to take that first step. You. Well, somebody say, well, I don't have a plan. I don't know what to do. Well, allow me to throw a safety net to you. You don't have, I never said you had to take big steps. Take baby steps. Sometimes, even before a child begins to walk, before the child begins to run, he or she must take baby steps. And in taking these baby steps, I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, they're going to fall a few times. They're going to topple over. But as you can see, that baby will lean over onto its hands, inch its legs up under its body, and pick itself up. And before you know it, that child is walking. And after a while, that child is walking like a pro. And after a while, that child is running. What I'm saying here today is at least step towards your goal. But if you don't take any steps, there's no way you're going to get there. You first get small increments of plans. You make small goals on your way to your bigger goal. Those are the baby steps that you must take. And because you take these steps, people are going to try to talk you out of it. People may discourage you. You may have to stand alone. I said, you may have to stand alone. Everybody's not going to buy into your dream. Everybody's not going to see your vision. Everybody's not going to understand that light, that fire that burns inside of you, that desire to do something more, to find your true and inner self, to pull out the real you and stop living this fake life. But you gotta make that step. Don't look for any and everybody to support you. You may have one or two people that will support your dream. But the fact of the matter is, you may have to stand alone. I said you may have to stand alone. But it's alright. Because if you are on your path and you are doing what you was called to do, you are doing what you put on this earth to do, nothing will stop you. Nothing, because you will be driven by passion and love. Instead of obligation. You got so many people, they are driven by obligation, doing what they have to do, instead of doing what they want to do. You see, I wanted to make videos. I didn't go out and quit my job and do all of that. But I just got some little cheap equipment, a little cheap camera, a couple of cheap laptops, a cheap speaker, and I started making videos. Now you are here watching my dream unfold of what I wanted to do. And you can do the same thing. All you have to do, even if you have to, fake it till you make it. Take small incremental steps. Take baby steps. But move forward. I said move forward. And don't let anything stop you from your dream. Well, you see, I'd be lying if I didn't say that you were going to get knocked down a few times. I'd be misleading you if I say that you weren't going to fail a few times. I'd be misleading you if I said that you might find yourself in a few tight situations. But if you're on your true path, you will come out on top. I said if you're on your true path, nothing will bring you down. If you're on your true path, you may be cast down, you may be knocked on the ground, you may be lied on, cheated on, messed over, but keep pushing, keep pressing, keep loving what you do. Once you are on your path, you are on a mission, and nothing can stop you. I'm not gonna hold y'all long tonight. Like I said, I only do about 20 or 30 minutes. I know you are very busy. I just say what I have to say, and I let you have your day back. But what I'm saying here today is take the first step and move forward on your path. What are you waiting on? Get up and take the first step. If you love what you do, if you see love for what you do, has to be your driving force. You must love it. If you don't love it, then don't do it. I said if you don't love it, then what are you doing it for? Why are you doing what you don't love? Why are you doing what you hate? Because of obligation? Obligation will kill you and give you regrets. Obligation will keep you up at night. Obligation will make you cry. Obligation will make you angry. Obligation will make you afraid. Hasn't it already? If I don't pay this car note, if I don't pay this child support, if I don't pay this bill, what might happen to me? But you see, when you are on your life's path, there's a magic that happens. There is something that happens when you are on your life's path. So, you must get on your life's path and stay on your life's path. And don't let anything bring you down. Get up and move. And I'm not telling you to quit your job like some people. I'm not telling you to just pack up and leave. All I'm saying is start moving towards your goal and stop sitting there wishing and hoping. Just start making steps and start moving towards your goal. Start moving towards what you want to do. Write down your plans. Think about what you want to do. Manifest it. Confess it. Think about it. And then start making steps towards it. Nobody's asking you to just give up your job. But many people have gave up on their dream. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how young you are. It does not matter your race. It does not matter your gender. It does not matter your nationality. You must. We all have a path. We all have a dream. We all have something that we should and want to do. Let love be your driving force. Okay, I'm going to make one more point. Then I'm going to let you have your day back. You see, you must decide what you want. Then focus on getting it done. You must decide what you want and focus. Focus on that. Focus on what you want to be. Focus on what you want to have. Focus is vibrational. When you focus on something, it grows. It manifests. Focus in your mind, positivity. Focus in your heart, the things you want to have and the things you want to be. Focus on the things that you love. And focus on the reasons why. Focus on the reasons why. And if you have good and right and true and noble reasons, you deserve it. If your reasons are right and true, you deserve it. You are worthy of it. Stop waiting on someone's attention, validation, and approval. You pay attention to yourself by working on yourself. You give yourself validation by speaking validating words to yourself. You give yourself approval by speaking words of approval to yourself. Stop waiting on someone to give you attention, validation, and approval. You have the ability to give yourself attention, validation, and approval. Do that for yourself. You must focus on what you want. You must focus on where you're trying to get. You must focus on who you're trying to be. And as you focus with the right heart and believe and pay attention and improve on yourself, and there's nothing wrong with validating yourself. There's nothing wrong with approving of yourself. It's nothing wrong with speaking positivity to yourself. That's what you must do. You see, in life, you must take chances. If it doesn't work, just come back and try something else. In life, you must take chances. That person that plays it safe all their life, I know people like this. They spend their whole life playing it safe. They just play it safe. They don't take any chances. They don't take any risks. And at the end of their life, they're just like a turtle who lives a long time. They say a turtle can live anywhere from 150 to 200 years old. But what does that turtle's life consist of? Just walking around in its shell. You see, I was at the zoo. I took my children to the zoo the other day. And I was focusing on the turtle, one of the turtles. He looked really old. And I said, that turtle could be maybe over 100 years old, as far as I know. But what did his life consist of? Just walking around in his shell. But you know what? Some people are like that. When they play it safe, they may live a long time. They may go a long ways in life as far as longevity. But they spent their whole life like that turtle, just walking around in their shell. No. You may have to take a few risks. You may have to jump in the water. You may have to jump off the cliff. You may have to put yourself in scary situations. I didn't say put yourself in dangerous situations. I said scary situations.
Luxury Beats.
I'm going to tell you one more little story real quick. and then I'm gonna let you have your day back. You see, when I was in the Navy, about that 3rd or 4th week when I was in basic training, I was told to jump off a platform. I don't know, it was maybe like 15 feet in the air, and the pool was maybe 20 foot. And I was told to get up on the platform, and I was told to jump into the water. The problem with that, the only problem with that is I couldn't swim. I was told to get up on the platform. I was told to jump in the water. But I couldn't swim. But you know what I did? I jumped anyway. I was scared out of my mind. I was so scared I didn't know what to do. But my desire to win, my desire to be something and have something and achieve something in my life overcame my fear to say no and not do it. If I'd have said no, I would have failed. And I'm still here today to tell you that as scary as jumping may seem, if you do it with the right heart and the right mind, and you overcome that fear, you'll make it through. So I say here today, dream big. Don't be afraid to take chances and decide and make the first step and move towards your goal. That's all you have to do. I'm just here to encourage you today and motivate you. You don't want to get to the end of your life and be full of regrets. Take the first step and move forward. Well, that's my video for tonight. I hope you got something out of this today. As always, I surely did. I got some things I need to take some steps on. So, I'm going to end this video now. And I will see you next time. Real soon. God bless.